The world needs more farmers. We've been getting fewer and fewer. Well, it's the cost of entry. Land prices are ridiculous. I'm happy to be renting. I don't want to own anything.
Material costs, including the roof, which is a greenhouse from a greenhouse company. It's a UV resistant plastic. If I include that, bins, pumps, everything. I'd already had some stuff from previous years. You build up your inventory. $4,000 in material costs. I built everything, all of this by myself over a period of 2 months. So you're looking, if I had paid somebody to do that, so you add your labor costs, it would have cost $15,000 to $20,000.
The cost of equipment and all the inputs, just never ending. You know, I feel like customers or the consumers should get more involved in their food, not just going to the farmer's market. They need to know their farmer. And they want to buy organic, but they don't know if it's organic unless they learn the farmer, unless they get out on the farm, take a little more responsibility for themselves. Instead, we've gone the route of the farmer expected to grow it and process it and market it, and that's not my definition of farming.
The disconnect with the people of the city is that farmers markets do not fit into work-life balance. You know, they're off at 4 to 5. They get on the Rosie Transpo bus. They're not going to stop off at the local farmers market halfway home, grab their stuff, and then get back on a bus. They go home and then they wait till the weekends. Again, they're not going to go to the farmers market because they got to get little Timmy off to hockey practice in the morning. Then they got to squeeze in getting their groceries. So where do they go? They want to go to a grocery store that has all the conveniences. They can buy their toothpaste, their shampoo, their toilet paper, and their fresh vegetables and frozen crap. So there's your disconnect. So if we really want to start getting fresh, local produce to people and encourage them, there's two things that have to happen. We have to get local fresh produce into grocery stores. Okay, we got to get them into the Loblaws, the Metros, the Farm Boys, okay? And we got to get people to start eating seasonal. That's a really important one. Stop buying green peppers and tomatoes in January. You really, or you know, you're not going to die without them.
And it all ties back to local food, local communities. So we try to give people the opportunity and to learn and to, if nothing else, just grow food for themselves. Yeah, we've got our allotments. People have their own little space, and we've got 80-some of those this year, and more people interested for next year. We've got a beekeeper. We've got a fellow with his hydroponic greenhouse.
You got to have a love for cooking. I think that's the big thing about, if you want to do this, you got to have a love of cooking. I love to cook. I'm a single full-time father. I have to like cooking. And as you get into that, there's that interest, and you start to get into understanding food and food produce and how delicate the system is, especially transportation, that whole infrastructure, and you start to see the net value of growing locally.
And food sovereignty is where we don't have to rely on imports for our food. And who knows, a tsunami or another nuclear plant disaster, you know, we could be without power. We may be needing the local food. We may need that sovereignty, and we need people to know how to grow the food and preserve
All of
it.
them. Right? Like you get like tons and tons. So again, you know, we're talking about yield. Look at this. That's great.
Consumers are going to have to learn where their food comes from and get to know their farmer like they know their doctor.